Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing card of the day. I'm using my music deck that I made for myself. I did shuffle and clear it already, as far as I can recall. And I'm going to go ahead and get a card now. Okay. The Eight of Swords inverted. I want to break free. Usually in my music deck when I get this, even in the upright, I get that sense of breaking out of the prison, but since it came in inverted, it's very clearly breaking out of your mental prison, usually self-created. But let's just take a peek at the energies. Eventually I'll remember what these are. Jupiter and Gemini. So, Sagittarius energy, Gemini energy. This is... And then 8 is the infinity symbol as well. So there's a loop going on in the energy between the north and south nodes right now because they're in Gemini and in Sagittarius, which is where this purge and freedom energy is coming from. I've been getting clobbered by it. And also the Mars and Aries energy for the last few days. So then on the bottom we have 6 of Swords, which is another Queen song. 6 of Swords inverted, Bohemian Rhapsody. Upright with Freddie there. So we have 14 swords total, and they're inverted. But that doesn't mean necessarily something bad. 6 of Swords inverted is my... we need to go deeper. We're going to dig around in the darkness and get all the little bits of treasure out of the ground. 6 of Swords. Mercury in Aquarius. So Mercury is that Gemini energy again. Come on. But it can also be Virgo, which has to do with, for me, at least basically, with grounding. And the Aquarius energy is the idea that something is shifting and there's a new wave coming in. Now, the Aquarius energy ties to Uranus, which actually ties into the Fool. And that's why there's that, like, new and sort of unheard of before, like that quantum leap kind of push. You know, like a fledgling being kicked out of the nest. You're being forced to go into the depths of yourself and get over this mental trap that you've been living in order so that you can have 14 balance. But it's also 1 and 4 combined is 5, which is shifting and pivoting, which is that same energy over again. So it's really getting down and destroying the foundation of your prison, but it's all mental, it's all swords, it all has to do with thoughts and perspectives and communication. More the thoughts and perspective, because if you're holed up in your own mental prison, you're probably not communicating with other people that well, although it could be. 5 is also the Hierophant. I was going to say the Empress in regards to Virgo, but it's not. But the Hierophant 5 is Taurus, which is Venus, which is the Empress. Because usually when I see Mercury, I associate it with Venus, because Mercury and Venus are both like twin planets. They both rule 2 signs. So there's this idea of balance, because there's Libra energy attached to the other side of Venus energy. So there's this idea of centering, of healing, of balancing, temperance. Temperance is, I believe, yeah, it's fire, it's Sagittarius energy, so it brings it all the way back to that Jupiter Sagittarius energy that's being driven by the node. And notice that we've skipped over into Aquarius, the fellow air sign. to get more input. But then there's also that background energy of Libra. So we have the trinity of air signs kind of working on this whole like self deprogramming, as well as directed fire, and this idea of starting to nurture by letting yourself be sort of unshackled by your own self. So I think that's enough. I should also point out that this energy can be extremely heavy and like painful and not that happy when it's occurring. But the general idea is getting through something very dark in order to release yourself. Right? It's like being pushed through the bottleneck. It's like an octopus squeezing down to the size of its beak to get through a hole to get back into the ocean. So right now it's referencing More Queen, Under Pressure. I actually hate that song, but it's relevant, so I'm going to mention it. Alright, if you want to get a reading, I have 13 different readings available. You can hit me up, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. There's a complete list of the readings in the description box of my infomercial video, which is going to be linked below this one. I have actual art items, prints and merch, coloring books, and a couple other things. Those are listed with that same information. If you have trouble finding it, you can just email me and I'll give you that whole list. If you found this video helpful or you enjoyed any of my other videos, consider donating to my channel, paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. Today's suggested amount is 67 cents, but you can come up with any other amount that you're interested in. Alright. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.